The season, 26% from the field.
They came out of the half and they responded like champions. I mean, they got to every loose ball. They got every 50-50 ball. They got a lot of offensive rebounds. I mean, they did everything that you need to do to win a game in the third quarter. And I feel like that's really where we lost it.
Tony Harvey, NBC Sports Radio. De'Aaron, could you speak on Steph and what he was doing? And can you just speak on that?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the greatest players ever. I mean, he makes tough shots. He gets in the lane. He's able to finish. He did everything for them tonight, and I mean, once he got it going, it was just tough for us to slow him down. Obviously, you want to try to send two at him, just disrupt him as much as possible. But like I said, when he gets it going, there's pretty much nothing you can do. And like I said, just the way that they came out in the second half as a team, you know, if Steph has it going, and then they're also getting every loose ball, they're also getting offensive rebounds when he does miss, then you know we're not putting ourselves in a position to win a game.
Hi, De'Aaron. I know it's a little early. Like, you haven't had much time to reflect on what the season has been. But can you talk about just kind of what the strides you guys have made, what that means to you personally and the team as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a building block. Obviously, being able to play a team like this who, you know, we all have tremendous respect for, who've been there, done that. This is definitely just something that you build on. I mean, we had a good season. You know, we were the third seed. Stayed relatively healthy. I think playing against this team in the first round was a blessing and a curse. You know, you could learn a lot. You know, you're not the favorite to win. You know, we fought every game, but they did what champions do. And for us, I feel like a lot of the guys, you know, whoever's back next year, obviously we still relatively have a younger team. I feel like we learned a lot this series. And like I said, that's why this was a blessing and a curse to play against this team in the first round. But no, I mean, like I said, we learned a lot, and you just try to build off of that. Obviously, this is a lot of our first times in a postseason. You know, you got a taste of it. You got to feel what it was like to play against a team who's a championship contender just about year in and year out. And you take that and you build off of it.
Yeah, Mark Haynes, SAC Observer. Congratulations, first off. But now that you got your first series out the way and, like you said, playing against Steph and those guys, was it everything you imagined? And also, what did you and Steph talk about when y'all embraced each other?
Yeah, I would say it was everything I imagined. I mean, shit, we just played them 11 times this season. So 4 times in the regular season and 7 times in the postseason. I mean, you pretty much saw everything that you could possibly see in adjustments. Obviously, you know what each other's going to do. And then it's just a battle of wills. And I think their will was greater than ours tonight. I mean, Steph had 50. Loon had, 25 rebounds. I think as a team, they had 18 offensive rebounds. Like, it was a battle of wills. At this point, you know what each other are going to do. So who's going to go out there, play harder, who's going to get to the loose balls, and they did that tonight. I mean, it just let me know that, you know, people know who I am now, obviously. Being able to play on this stage and perform. Obviously, I don't think I played well tonight. I know that there's another level that I have to get to as a professional, and then our team has to get to as well. But I'm grateful for this experience, and the playoffs is everything that I expected it to be.
De'Aaron, in your first playoff series, you've shown the world what you've been doing in Sacramento for years. As the world has learned things about you this season and in this series, is there anything that you've learned about yourself?
I don't know if I would say if there's anything I've learned about myself, but just being resilient, just coming in and knowing that I could play on the big stage. Obviously, it's been years since I've been on that stage, but I don't think I really learned anything about myself. But I feel like I learned lessons about basketball and just what it takes to win at a high level, especially when you see a team over and over again. This is the first time that I've ever had to do that. You know, you might see a team 4 times in a year, but it's spaced across. This year we played the Warriors, I think, 3 times in like the first 2 weeks, but usually it's spaced across a course of a few months. Now we played a team 7 times in 2 weeks. That was definitely a learning lesson, and I'm happy that I got to experience that.
De'Aaron, James Ham, ESPN 1320. We got to see fourth quarter Fox this season. We got to see playoff Fox. Do you see where you can improve and take it to the next step and become that superstar level player?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just having, a feel for the game in different scenarios. And obviously we talked about it before where I'm like, I can have a bad couple quarters and then just turn it around. In the postseason, you got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. And obviously 82 games is a long season, but you try to go out every game. You're trying to fill the game out. Obviously, you want to affect the game in many different ways. But the postseason is definitely different. I do think these 7 games were a lot different than the previous 4 that we played in this season and every other game that we played this season. So just learning that and actually getting a taste of that, I think, was the best thing about it.
Hey, De'Aaron, just going 7 games with the Warriors and getting this close to advancing, in terms of what you learned, did you learn maybe some things as to how close it is to like that thin line between advancing and not advancing that you can take with you going forward?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Mike preached us the little things all season long. And I would say that's why we lost. I mean, yeah, Steph had a big game, but we were limiting other players. But the turnovers and then the 20 offensive rebounds, those things start to pile up. And we can look at this game. Game 3, they did the same thing. Game 5, they did the same thing. So the